Hey guys, this is Jules. Welcome to my second channel. I wanted to do a little video to tell you about an experience that I had yesterday involving my kids and a Lyft driver. Now, I made a community post about this, and the majority of people that commented understood the reason why. At the end of the day, I ended up reporting this situation. I wanted to take the kids out to dinner, so I got the Lyft ride. It took forever for it to finally find me a match because of how busy it was. Then we also had to wait 20 minutes for them to get here, but not a big deal. That wasn't even the issue. I already knew because of the timing that it was probably going to be a little bit of a wait, not a big deal. I instantly messaged the person, the driver, and I say, it's me and my two boys, one of them with a booster seat. No response. 20 minutes later, this really small SUV that is not really like an SUV. It looks like an SUV. It's like this Nissan type SUV, but it's tiny, okay? I open the back door and I put my two boys in the back. My younger one, I put his booster seat in. The older one gets in on the other side. He buckles him up. I go to open the front door. There's a child, like a 4-year-old, plopped over in the front seat, no seatbelt, asleep. The woman looks at me startled because I just saw her child laying in the seat. She acts like I can get in that back seat. No. Between the booster seat being there and my almost 17-year-old who's bigger than me, like by 5 inches, there was maybe like 8 inches of space between them. I'm sorry. The woman pulled up on the phone, meaning a second phone, in the middle of a phone call. I saw the phone screen by her face. It had like double-digit minutes on it. She'd been on the phone call for a minute. On the phone while driving, with the secondary phone for her Lyft thing, like on her screen. So she was talking and driving, no seatbelt on her child. The child plopped over on the seat, then has the audacity to have an attitude with me whenever I say, ma'am, I messaged you and told you that it was me and 2 other people and that I had a booster seat. I told you this 20 minutes ago as soon as you accepted the ride. Why didn't you respond or cancel the ride if you couldn't accommodate what I needed? Then she had an attitude with me saying that I could easily just get in the back seat. She doesn't understand why I'm making a big deal about it. I'm sorry. Again, did you look back there? She refused to even turn around and look at the back seat because she already knew there was no way. She was bigger than me, okay? And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything else. It's just the reality of the situation. She was bigger than me, and I'm telling her, ma'am, we're not too different in size. You can tell by looking back there that I can't fit back there. And again, she refused to look back there because she knew that I was right. There was no way. So I've done put my kids in the car, and now I'm standing there with this door open with her kid laying down asleep, and she's looking at me all crazy while she's still on the phone with this person that she's on the phone with because, again, no seatbelt on the child, plopped over while she's sleeping, and she's talking on the phone while driving on a secondary phone, so DoorDash doesn't know about it. So again, considering the fact that I not only messaged her, but messaged her pretty much as soon as she accepted it to let her know, me and 2 other people, a child with a booster seat. Okay, this is not sponsored and this channel isn't even monetized, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because if you love Asian food and ramen, going to this website is the way to go. We order from them all the time. Free tote bag, fast shipping, great options. Click the link in the description box. If she had time to be on the phone for that long on a conversation while she was driving, she could have responded saying, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have enough room for that many people, and canceled it, and I could have just gotten another ride. Instead, we waited and waited to A, get someone to be able to accept it that was open, B, for her to finally get here. I done put my kids in the car. Now I have to take them back out, and we have to now go back in the house and change the entire plan, and now my kids are disappointed. My 7-year-old is upset because he was excited that we were going somewhere, and it's somehow my fault when she's the one who is not being professional while she is doing something that is considered a job. She was technically hired by Lyft in order to put their logo on her car and be a representative of Lyft while she is doing so. No. So yes, I reported her. I reported the entire thing because your child is not in a seatbelt. She's plopped over in the front seat. You are talking on the phone while driving your child around in the front seat with no seatbelt. And again, she had to be younger than my son, who still needs a booster. So this was not just about the unprofessional experience, but also about the child. And it just is what it is. And I'll report that kind of thing any and every time that I see it. And I'm not sorry about it. There are ways to do things. And if, again, she can talk on the phone the entire time she's driving to my house, she could have checked the message on her DoorDash phone right there in front of her face to see what I had said. But instead, she wasted both of our times and disappointed my kids because she couldn't do her job correctly. That just is what it is. So that's the story. And I want to know if you've ever felt the need to make a report because of something unsafe. Something else that I find extremely unsafe is how, for some reason, they don't ever try to validate that the people that they are employing speak English. And to some, that might sound, one way or another, but honestly, I don't care how it sounds. If I'm getting a service in the United States of America where English is the language that we speak, and the person that I am in the vehicle of is not only a stranger, but there's a language barrier, how am I supposed to feel safe? How am I supposed to know what this person is saying? How do I know if they have my best interest at heart whenever I'm in their vehicle and I am their customer? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the directions on the phone say because everything on the phone is in a different language. How is that safe? That's been my experience for the 3 times prior to this one where I took a Lyft by myself. 2 men, 1 woman, no English. Not even with the way they said hello or goodbye, which I honestly sort of don't believe. I feel like sometimes they pretend not to know English the same way that they do at the nail salons, okay? So that, you either don't say anything to them or they can pretend, for other reasons. But it's not safe. That's a big safety concern for me. I already had a safety concern with Uber because the Uber people that I had tried before this, they would show up in a car that wasn't registered to the app. It was just completely unsafe. Now, this is another kind of unsafe. It's honestly ridiculous. But again, let me know y'all's stories and y'all's thoughts down in the comments. Like, share. See y'all.